So cuts and waves have happened today, and apparently TD is on the market. Got picked up by Best Buy and already terminated by Best Buy. Don't worry, TD, we're here for you. What is up, Dolphin fans? We are back here with another Dolphins Collective. Today, after the waivers and cuts have happened, we are down to 53 men. But before we jump into all that, I do have to shout out today's sponsor. And as you can see below, that is SeatGeek. 28 million downloads, 70,000 different events, whether it's sports, concerts, festivals, and more. Go check them out. You could use the app, use the promo code FINS, FHINS. Get $20 off of your first SeatGeek purchase. Fantastic, fantastic app. Also, you could check us out on all podcasts. Go over there, check us out, listen to us, and give us a 5-star rating. It helps tremendously. And if you'd like to become a member, hit the join button next to the subscribe button, and you become a member and see all the cool perks. And you can see our faces being popped up and all that cool stuff. You also get your name at the end, and you get to say, hey, I've been a member for this long. I got a question, and we'll answer it. So we're going to jump into this real quick, fast, hot, and heavy because, like I said, cuts happened today. So far, well, not so far. These are the official. We're down to 53. This has been cut. Now, these guys don't have to go through the waiver claim, and that is Cornell Armstrong, Quinnen Bell, Mike Boone, Pharaoh Brown, Jackson Carman, Carmen Dantzler Sr., Matt Dickerson, Mike Hilton, Chris Mayrick, and Kendall Sheffield. Before we get to the waivers, any name on that list surprising to you? We'll start with
I would just like to say that I officially am owed an apology from a lot of people in regards to Mike Hilton predicting that he would not survive. He might not survive. I didn't say that he's going to be unemployed because I think he's a possibility to be retained on the practice squad. To me, this was about avoiding guaranteed contracts for him. Okay, you might disagree.
But I totally disagree. Go ahead.
I can say the same thing about Matt Dickerson. I'm sorry. Matthew Butler, and no disrespect to Matthew Butler. I think he had done well too, but he hadn't performed to the Matt Dickerson level. But then this is part of the business of the NFL, which not a lot of people pay enough attention to.
Alan?
The dude's making the veteran minimum. Really? You actually think
it's about guaranteeing the money as opposed to going week to week?
It's $1.4 million, for Christ's sake. Are we serious with this?
Steve Ross not throwing away enough money for you?
And it's peanuts. Give me a break. And the other part of it too is if you saw his reps. He was like, oh, we know what he can do. That's why you're putting him with second and third teamers. Really? I mean, come on, the dude. And they like Jason Marshall Jr.
They just got there. Hold on. Let's calm this down. I like what I've seen, but they just got there. Like this isn't a 10-day-old experimentation.
I understand that. But what I'm telling you is they see upside in him. And Mike Hilton, while very good as a blitzer and a good tackler, was not good in coverage last year. And I think they saw enough from Jason Marshall Jr. to like, yeah, there could be growing pains. It's going to be ups and down. But the dude's got an upside, probably better than what Mike Hilton is right now. I don't buy that. The one, if there is one that surprised me a little bit, it was because he was running with the ones for quite a bit. That's Kendall Sheffield.
Okay.
But he got hurt late in training camp. And the other part of it that was always a concern for me, and I mentioned this many times, is the deep speed is just not good.
Mm-hmm. And we'll get to why the Hilton situation.
Kendall Sheffield, though, to keep Cam Smith over Kendall Sheffield, I think because the fact that Kendall Sheffield did not get an injury waiver, I'm pretty sure he'll be back on a week-to-week basis.
Maybe.
And we'll get into a name that makes all of these cornerback cuts interesting. But TD, do you have anyone out of the list of who was cut that is surprising to you, or not really?
Nope, not at all.
By the way, can I add that? And because you were like pumping your tires about being on the Mike Hilton thing. I've been on that longer than you, my friend.
We need, I felt like we need to take this to the Dolphins Collective. Doug, you pay attention to what all of us say. Who said it first?
Thank you.
I told y'all Hilton wasn't making it.
Who said
I
it
think I was the only one who surprised you guys for saying Hilton wouldn't make it. I'm
I'm
not
capping,
gonna-
Doug. I'm capping. I was a cheerleader. Like, oh, we got our corner. We got our corner for the. I was capping. I ain't gonna lie. I did not see that. I thought when they stopped giving them reps, they trying to make sure they don't get them hurt. Whatever it may be, man. Oh man.
I smell something was fishy, man. Something was fishy.
Now I got a question for you guys. Who didn't get cut? You guys are surprised because we're not talking about waivers yet. We'll get to that in a second. Who didn't get cut?
Isaiah Johnson. There isn't a day he hasn't been over 13. And I get it, I understand it, and he'll probably be cut tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah.
This is a special teams gunner kind of situation. And I say this to people all the time. Do you know how long Elijah Campbell has been with the Miami Dolphins?
2021.
This is his 5th season. 5th season as a gunner. You could have a 10-year career if you are a good gunner in the NFL. So Isaiah Johnson surprised me. Matthew Butler surprised me. The fact that Cam Smith is on the 53-man roster, that surprised me a little bit. Keon Smith, I'm mildly surprised, but I look at that as more of a placeholder until you find something else. I think he's a practice squad guy, even though Chris Greer will tell you that people are trying to trade for him. And I don't disbelieve that because Chris Greer is not a liar. I'm surprised Pharaoh Brown got cut too. Yeah.
Wasn't that like one of their first signings in free agency was grabbing Pharaoh Brown?
So was Larry Borum.
Yeah.
He's still on the team. How is that man still on the team?
He's not horrible. He's like lineman 9 or 8 on a decent team.
Is he on the team until week 4 when Liam Eichenberg comes back?
Yeah, I think this might be on a team 4 or Brunskill. One of those two guys will go.
Yeah, I think those guys, the fact that they're here and same with Daniel Brunskill, their contracts are going to be guaranteed for the duration of the season. So if something happens to them, they're probably going to IR. Honestly, I think Steve Ross has been noticeably quiet and noticeably absent. I think I'm walking very softly if I'm this organization. And if that includes not wasting any more of his money, I'm not going to waste any more of his money.
By the way, it may not have been a good sign when Pharaoh Brown signed and he did his first media session with us and we asked him why the Dolphins. He goes, well, beggars can't be choosers. Right then and there may not be a great sign.
Same thing with Willie Gay too, but he wasn't bad. Now, outside of that sack he gave up against Jacksonville.
Oh, correct. No, I
thought he was competing for the starting spot with Jalen Hill. And I would argue to you that I don't think Jalen Hill outperformed him.
I will say that 2-point conversion catch was a little sloppy.
That wasn't great.
Man, beggars
I don't even know if he actually got his feet in. Let's just leave it at that.
And, by the way, I'll agree with Omar on Matthew Butler, although Matthew Butler played well, had a very good camp. The thing is, to me, keeping 6 defensive linemen when you play 3 at the most at the same time, sometimes 2, is a lot.
What about if you need to go to a power package?
You have 5. That's more than enough to go to a power package and have 4 of your big guys on there. Come on, dude.
Okay, well, you need some guys for practice squad too.
Okay, he's on the 53. He's not on the practice.
We don't know how long he's going to be on the 53. We don't know how long he's going to be on the 53. I mean, really, if we're going to be smart about it, we're claiming about 3 people, right? We're adding a couple veterans. We need a kicker. We need 2 running backs. I'm being like Chris Greer, and I hate this about this era. They always act like, okay, everybody is precious on this 53-man roster. Like everybody is great. Everybody's like, if you've been here from day 1, you're gonna be here till week 17.
The back is interchangeable.
It should not be that way. I remember, and Poopa remembers a day in Dolphins land under the Bill Parcells reign where if you made a mistake on special teams, you was walking in that building and you was getting fired. And everybody knew it. And they damn sure didn't. They didn't have no false starts. They didn't come. They barely come. They were one of the least penalized teams because they knew you made a mistake. you might not have a job on Monday.
That's a respectable culture. That's a respectable culture.
Fair.
One that we don't have.
And it cost him Eric Walden, who became a good pass rusher with the Colts because
That's
he made one special teams mistake.
So, and you're right. That's very true. That is absolutely very true. He had a very respectable career. He made a mistake on special teams, though. I think the message is more important than the player. Like you telling me, Julian Hill, after your 8th mistake, you just gonna keep making mistakes? Like there got to be consequences.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair too.
Because there was times where Julian Hill made a mistake. He was out there on the very next rep in the very next series, and you're like, "Come on!"
They had no other option.
Yeah.
Like I think it was the Cardinals game where he fumbled, and thank God we got it back. He was out there still the very next series.
The 2 tight ends that are on the roster right now, they can't inline block.
No, and they put themselves in that situation, and
they did.
Now here's the guys that got waived. Now the way the waiver claim works, for anyone who's asking, tomorrow after noon, after 12 noon, you could start claiming these players, but you have to do it in the draft order. So I think the Dolphins are 13th in this order, and then I think the Browns are 3rd because it's before the trades, right? So it's not Jaguars 3rd. So
the original draft
exactly.
Order. But Doug, if I may, the waiver claims come in at noon. The noon is a deadline. It's not the starting time. It's the deadline for players waived today or yesterday. And then
so you put the names in, and then noon we know.
Then they award the players based on which teams claim them, and if you're the only team that claimed the player, you get him. If not, then they go by the order.
And then if no one gets claimed, then these players, like the Cuts, can go and sign with whoever they want.
And their practice squad options more than likely workout guys. Like we got D'Estridge that way. Start out on the practice squad, and eventually you make promises.
And there's a bunch of guys on this list that hopefully we can get back in practice squad. So this is who was waived by the Dolphins. Cornerback BJ Adams, Andrew Armstrong, hopeful practice squad guy there. Offensive lineman Mason Brooks, offensive lineman Braden Daniels, Eric Izukama waived. We'll see. He might be back. We'll see about that.
Eric Izukama?
Yeah. Somebody taking him. Somebody
hold on. Theo Weiss and I'm sorry, Andrew Armstrong. I don't know about that one.
Ryan Hayes, AJ Henning, Alex Huntley, Daquan Jackson, Mo Kamara gets waived. Jalen McKenzie, linebacker Derek McClendon, safety Patrick McMorris, linebacker Grayson Murphy. Hopefully he makes it through claimers. Offensive lineman Josh Preby, cornerback Ethan Robinson, tight end Hayden Rucci, safety Josh Saunders Jr., who had the game-winning interception against the Jaguars, running back Aaron Shamklin, defensive tackle Ben Still, linebacker Channing Tindall. Seems like that draft we've given up on those guys. Theo Weiss, like Omar said, Addison West, and waived/injured tackle Byron Matos, and waive injury settlement on Eugene Asante. And then we took Liam Eichenberg. He's still on the PUP, so he'll be out for 4 weeks. And Andrew Meyer and Jason Sanders are on IR. They will be out for 4 weeks. So who out of the name I just raffled off do you hope makes it through waiver claims to come back on our practice squad? We'll start with TD if you have any names that I raffled off.
Tua and Ezukama. I mean, not Tua, I'm sorry. Ezukama.
It's a disease. It's a disease.
Honest mistake, Alan. Gosh.
Ezukama.
You have
Why Ezukama?
You have Tua Tourette's.
Why Ezukama?
I'm still holding out hope for the man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
How many years you holding out hope, though?
You're right. You're right about that. But
this is year 4, right?
You're right, Omar. You're right. I mean, and you know what? Maybe I need to just let him go. Let Ezukama go because the young guys have surpassed him at this point. And I told y'all Taj Washington was going to make this 50. Told you.
He deserves it. He absolutely
Tyreek's replacement next year, man.
Stop.
Well, that's Waddle. And then Waddle's replacement will be
Waddle got money.
Like I said, for me, Grayson Murphy, Derek McClendon, even Patrick McMorris. I think Patrick McMorris will go through waivers. But these are like the young guys that I think they could definitely build. Once they brought in Judon, I knew a lot of these pass rushers we wanted to keep were going to be waived because those 4 guys are going to be dangerous. Alan, anyone you see that you would hope clears waivers?
BJ Adams. There's a lot to work with there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there's something there. Theo Wees, absolutely. The problem with Theo Wees is he's a big body. He knows how to run routes, catches the ball, but he's slow. And he'll never not be slow. And whether that's he's ever gonna be able to have an NFL career because of that, I don't know. McClendon, even though I'm not as crazy in love with those two guys, him and Grayson Murphy, as some of my fellow media members, including Omar and Doug over here. I mean, Ethan Robinson's a nice player. I'm pretty sure Hayden Rucci is going to be back on the practice squad if he clears waivers because he's got some blocking ability. I would be very surprised if one of the two running backs who got waived, even though Mike Boone is not subject to waivers, I think either him or Shamklin will be brought back as practice squad running backs to help out in a game.
Get better.
They're not going to be asked to perform. They're going to be asked to back up Gordon and HN. And just because, and I know some people fall in love with the waiver wires, you actually think you might get a better running back. Maybe, maybe not.
Damian Martinez. But please give me a claim.
Omar's doing this.
No.
Is there UM player you don't fall in love with?
Absolutely. I don't like UM players anymore. I haven't. This generation.
You don't like Restrepo?
Yeah, I do like Restrepo.
They need to go get Restrepo.
Not for Miami. I didn't say anything. I'm just curious about what's happening with Restrepo. Not for Miami. How many tiny receivers do we need?
But you're gonna need something for the future. You're gonna need something for the future. Tyreek.
Omar, you had a crush on Mitchell Agude, who was
Mitchell Agude's still in Detroit, baby.
No, he got waived. He got waived. You know why? Because he's too small to succeed in the NFL. But you love them because
that has nothing to do with it. I loved him because he made plays in training camp. That's what I love.
David Martinez was such a stud. With all due respect, why would Seattle give up on him as a rookie?
He was loaded at tailback, man. Loaded. Okay. And he's a 7th round pick. Like, not everybody keeps their 7th round picks for 3-4 years on scholarships.
Okay.
We you know for a fact Ryan Hayes will be back.
No, he will not. Please, no. No, he will not. No, he will not.
No, he shouldn't.
I'm shocked he made it through, to be honest with you.
One other thing we'll talk about, obviously the big signing of today, the Dolphins finally, third time's the charm. They signed Rasul Douglas, $3 million contract. It's only a 1-year deal.
What do you mean the third time's the charm?
Because didn't they offer him a contract? He said no. Then they offered him
contract. It's probably the exact same contract that they keep offering me. He finally took it.
Because he probably was like, I'll make more.
Knowing Chris Greer, he did not sweeten that deal. He just finally took
Beggars
it.
Can't be choosers.
3? He's like, no.
Bingo.
3?
Other way out. Another beggars can't be choosers.
And I would be shocked if it's $3 million. It's probably up to $3 million.
You know for a fact they were like, the first time they met, he was like, $3 million. He was like, no. Then called him again. He was like, $3 million. He was like, no. And then he called Greer. He was like, $3 million, right? He's like, $3 million.
What I find hilarious, and I truly do find this hilarious, is the level of defense and justification that they have made with this is what we're going with. We like this. We believe in these young guys. We're ready to ride with these guys. And then this is the 4th cornerback that they've added. It's I'm not saying that they're wrong because I don't know what Rasul Douglas can do or be.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't think he's the answer. But what I do like is, and I addressed this in a Miami Herald column I wrote that appeared in the paper this morning. That cornerback unit is the blind leading the blind, and that includes their position coach.
Ouch.
He's got how many years of experience?
He's young.
He was doing what Jalen Ramsey said last year. Like, that's where he was. And I'm sorry, but like, you need a veteran in that room. You absolutely, and Storm Duck said it today. Like, they are literally the blind leading the blind. And and what I find interesting is Chris Greer goes and makes the Matt Judon move, and that was the deepest position on the team. We have seen an endless supply of cornerbacks brought in here. We've also seen an endless supply of offensive linemen brought in here. They just all so happen to be injured the same week that they get signed. But like, to me, the cornerback unit has way more depth on it than the offensive line. Way more depth. And
What unit?
The cornerback unit.
Cornerback.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm saying you got depth, but what value is the depth?
What values the depth of the offensive line?
Well, point made.
How many seasons have you seen spoiled by the offensive line? How many?
Well, you're about to introduce one spoiled in that on that boundaries.
Can I ask a question of you guys? I want you, because I have a thought on this, and I want to see if you guys think I'm crazy beyond my usual craziness. I should say, Rasul Douglas is about to be 30 or 31, depending on who you believe, or whatever's
94, 95, whichever one.
Pretty much, exactly. Doesn't have the athletic ability he once did, but he's going to be sound. He's going to get beat physically. Jack Jones is a very, very good athlete who will make the occasional mistakes and get beat with the mind game. Would you prefer the stability but the lesser athletic ability of Rasul Douglas, who more than likely is going to get beat way more often, but not as egregiously, or take your shot with the high ceiling, low floor of Jack Jones and his athletic ability?
With the way that we've seen, and it's a very small sample size, that pass rush, I would prefer sound ability, just because if the pass rush can be the pass rush and get after the quarterback, then, just keep it in front of you, essentially.
They're going to be every down, though. But go ahead, TD.
I'm the total opposite. Give me Jack Jones. Give me a heavy dose of it. Let's see if he can work that out and become something. Because Rasul, I'm sorry. I see another Poyer in the building. Yeah, I mean, it's the truth. I really do see another Poyer, and I don't trust nobody from Buffalo anyway. I don't. I really legit. I told everybody Poyer was a Fed last year, and now it is what it is. I'm not saying Rasul is, but here's what I will tell you: it's something that you got to pay attention to. Buffalo got issues in their secondary. Yep. Wouldn't he have been a prime candidate for them, knowing everything there is to know about the system and all? And I talked to my guy. No. That's the one. We're good. We're good on that. And at the end of the day, last year coming off of a bad year, about to be 30-31, this could be the downhill. I mean, why we keep on betting on these potential downhills with high probability of being downhill? I'm sorry. Give me Jack Jones. Give me him all day. Let's see, because he has a much better opportunity to revive his career and be something, because he's shown that he can do it and he still has the athletic ability.
And he hasn't made money like Rasul Douglas.
Yeah, exactly. And you got Minka behind you. Give me the chance taker, the young. Maybe I miss out on some sound things, but Minka back there, he got my back.
Aren't they both
on where they move him around?
Isn't that your 1 and 2 though? Now is it Rasul and Jack Jones your 1 and 2 corners?
Storm
Duck is
absolutely Storm Duck.
Storm Ducks. Jack's probably your number 3. And now I don't know. I've been asking guys, have you ever played nickel? Or are you trying out at nickel? And really, there's no backup nickel on the team, which is an issue. Here's my stance on that. I always want the young player with the upside if I have a strong coaching staff that can coach these mistakes out of him. Mm-hmm. I have talked to the people who coach Jack Jones, and they say he is his own worst enemy. And that's scary, but you get to a point in your career, if you're Jack, where the league is ready to kick you out, bro. The league is ready to say, we can't bump with you no more. Yep. And like, this might be your last stop. And when you get to the point where it might be your last stop and the $1 million gravy train starts to run dry, if they say do this, I'm gonna do this. If they say be in that spot, I'm gonna be in that spot. So I don't really feel comfortable with the Rasul Douglas signing from the standpoint of I'll be more comfortable if I saw him in training camp for a couple weeks and was able to evaluate where the performance is. But y'all know the vets, I tell you all the time, they just trying to skip training camp. They're like, give me 2 weeks, I'll be good. And some of those vets, I'll allow it. Some I will not. You got to prove the body of work for me to allow it. And I don't think Rasul Douglas's body of work shows that he's that level of player.
Not coming off of a bad season.
Correct. He was before last year.
And we found out that Asante Samuel is going to be out until at least October because they're going to check on the CT scan and everything. So
I don't think he was ever an option here. I don't know where people got the thought that he was an option here. Like,
interesting.
Yeah, because he's man, and we're playing.
Yeah, he's man, and even though his father's probably one of the greatest zone cornerbacks in NFL history, he is not good at zone.
No,
and the fact that him and his father are always, it's like he's the complete opposite of his dad. Not to say that that's a bad or good thing, but it's like you would think if my dad is one of the best zone cornerbacks in like league history, I might be pretty good at playing the zone, but he is not.
Real quick before we get to the donations, Steelers contract information came out and it's actually really good. Cap hit 7.8 this year, 11.2 next year, and then an out after 2026. That with if they cut him before June 1st, a savings of 8.2 million, and then if they cut him after June 1st, a savings of 16 million.
Which one are you going by? Are you going by over the cap or are you going by Sport Act?
Over the cap, because Spot Track doesn't have his contract.
Over the cap is wrong. I had to double check those numbers.
Okay,
they're wrong because Sealer signed. See, I had an agent check for me. Sealer only got a $60 million guarantee contract, so their numbers are wrong.
Yeah, because they have 16 next year. Yeah.
I don't know, and that's a big signing bonus for Steve Ross and for Sealer.
To get it out the way.
Yeah, but they usually don't. They usually don't do it.
I know.
Yeah,
you don't think that might be an indication of shaky futures potentially?
100%. Some of the moves that were made recently, a lot of people in the comment section, and on Twitter and stuff, still don't think Greer is on any type of hot seat and that he has, the dossier, as you'd like to say, and he's not going anywhere.
His seat is smoldering.
Why are you so convinced of that, though? Like, I get why he should be, but I mean, come on, everything around us it's starting to feel like he may not actually be as much as we think.
Because he has a contract, they'll move him somewhere else, but he ain't gonna be the HNIC around here. Like
if they don't, you
gotta win a playoff game.
Hockey night in Canada. HNIC, Hockey Night in Canada.
Anyway, let's get to these donations. We're going to leave it at that. Some people in the chat were definitely like, HNIC.
My bad.
Man, I already got waves today, Omar. Don't give me kids.
Will not be saying what that means. Chip Kincaid with a $10 donation says, keep up the great work. It's only going to get better with the season coming along. We got less than 2 weeks. It's getting there. Noel B with the $5 says, simply ecstatic that Cam Smith experiment continues. Got to get burned worse than a California mountainside.
Somebody got to explain that to me, though. Seriously.
He hadn't had a bad 2 weeks. He didn't.
So is that what we're doing? We going off for 2 weeks?
Kendall Sheffield had a bad 2 weeks and cost him his job. Wow. Like, y'all know it's the scholarships, man. We give him
you gave him, you drafted him, you gave him money.
You drafted him, you got to ride that baby out. Like,
wow. All right, hey, maybe there's some more upside. Listen, maybe he head in the right direction.
Also, let me throw this out there. They don't have many gunners right now. They are very light on gunners. And when Elijah Campbell hurt his knee or something, that had me a little bit scared. And I know the guys that are working at gunner, that's the one thing I started paying attention to special teams, because y'all know I really don't watch special teams. And your options are not great, and Cam is one of your options. Cam is one of your options. Ethan's one of your options. Jason Marshall is one of your options. Jack Jones is one of your options. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. None of them are good. And I think Isaiah Johnson is here because he's actually decent at it.
And also injuries played a factor in Cam Smith making the team because Ethan Bonner is dealing with the hamstring.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just saw here Kendall Sheffield was waived with an injury waiver, was released with an injury waiver.
So, was he?
Yeah, so he still had an issue.
That's what I thought. I'm like, there's no way they can release him with an injury waiver, like without an injury waiver because he was hurt.
Yep. There you go.
So hold on. Technically, that means that they can't sign him to the practice squad, and technically, he can't sign back until when they give you the injury waiver. It's based on how many weeks they think you will be out with the injury. They pay you per week for that. So let's say he had a hamstring injury that's maybe a month. So you got 4 weeks, and I believe Poupard, he cannot sign back until after that 4 weeks
with anyone, right?
No,
yeah,
with
it's also correct longer for you to re-sign with your own team as opposed to anybody else around the league.
Real quick before we get to this donation, we have 1,118 people watching right now. Hit that thumbs up. We're at 7,620 subscribers. So also hit that subscribe button. Let's get us to 8,000.
Yes.
So this is from DeGreat121 with a $20 donation. He said, Warren Sharp said on the Deep Dive podcast that over the last 2 years, that when we use a power formation and short yardage, we were the worst team. But when we ran short yardage and 3 wide, we were number 3 in converting. Thoughts? I think we were the worst, and I'll get to you, Alan, because we didn't have the personnel for it. Also, it was very I think he even said on the podcast, it was very telling. Okay, this is what they're going to do. Whereas when we were in 3 wide, we could have thrown it and all that stuff. And I was always yelling about that the past 2 years, that if you're going to come out and bunch I formation or single back formation, you don't have the guys to do it. So just go to your strength, go 4 wide, and then have all these different options. So that's my opinion.
Yeah,
Alan,
but the fan base is killing these bubble screens. You go 4 wide, you might have to throw a bubble screen.
Or score a slant. Do 2 slants.
Or you run out of that formation. Doug, you stole exactly what I was going to say. And again, they don't have the personnel to play smash mouth in directly straight up football, particularly when, with all due respect, as good as he might be, Aaron Brewer is basically the smallest center in the NFL.
They didn't have the personnel. I think that they do have the personnel now.
The smallest center in the NFL, though.
Well, let's still get to the second level.
Yeah, that's great when the field is spread out, but it's 3rd and 1. That thing jams up in the middle, and he's not going to push guys back.
Remember, look at the actual super chat that he said. It doesn't mean that because there were 3 wide that we ran the ball. A lot of that was quick little targets to Tyreek or whatever it may have been. So it still has no indication. The number 3 wasn't from running.
Three wide.
But it's still converted.
Me the most is, why don't you go to an overloaded line? Why don't I have never seen that? Why have they never tried that?
6 linemen.
Yes. Hello. It works.
Fake it. But that's the thing that we can't do. I remember I was in Miami for this one, the Dallas Denver game. I think it was a Sunday night game where Peyton Manning on the goal line hand off and then kept it himself. Yeah. And even the camera guy focused on the run because no one thought Peyton was going to run in, and he just trotted his long giraffe butt in there. I know, that's why I said what I said.
It is not coming on, Alan. But listen,
no one would expect it. I'll say that if it's goal line, no one's expecting it.
That's a disadvantage too, though. Usually other teams, whenever they're trying to get that short yardage, even if it's a quarterback sneak or whatever, they're worried about that potentially. Teams don't have to crash the middle for a quarterback sneak. They know we just have to gap integrity, lanes, make sure that we are attacking them.
I think they don't have to get a quarterback sneak.
Who?
Tua.
I think done it.
Get it.
Huh?
You're joking, right?
No, he's done it. He's done it. He did it against the Patriots a few times. The Ravens.
I want to see him do it. I think. Yeah, listen, Tua's
done it. He's done it plenty of times, and he's converted it.
Listen,
pull it up.
3rd and 1, 4th and 1. Tua has done it maybe two
I
times
think-
out of 50.
No.
I
More
think
than that.
to Poupard's point, I think Brewer's size.
I will
is
play
what
all the
prevents
quarterback
third-
sneaks.
Third, this QB sneak.
Didn't he have 2 rushing touchdowns against the Patriots in 2020? If I'm remembering correctly.
Doug, the point is you got to go back to 2020.
No, but that's my point. I'm literally agreeing with you, but then you're acting like he never did it by saying what?
Well, post the additional injury and then the additional injury.
100%.
That we do. Listen, it could be 3rd in centimeters.
Hey, listen,
they're
it's
not doing
the
it.
smartest thing in the world, but I will say this: if he does it once, then teams are going to have to play for it. Let's do it once.
Do you honestly think that's going to happen?
No, but I would do it.
Yeah, you know what?
I don't, but I would do it.
Well, you know what? Then we need to keep that one in the bag for the big moment.
That's what I'm saying.
Or let's go Wildcat.
It's 3rd and 1.
There you go.
Oh,
look.
Wildcat with who? Because you
Tyreek.
need a big bruiser.
Tyreek.
Stop it. You
I
don't
could
want
probably-
Tyreek
Ronnie Brown
running
was a big
between
bruiser?
in huh?
I don't think Ronnie Brown was a big bruiser.
Oh, Ronnie Brown was.
Yes,
big
he
man.
was. He was.
I don't think he was.
His
Compared to
hair was
Ricky,
a bruiser, but he was big. He was big.
But you
yeah,
don't want
no,
Tyreek
Ricky was the
subject to
bruiser.
that
Ronnie wasn't the
contact.
bruiser.
Well, compared to Tyreek, he was.
Yeah, obviously. But
mean,
if,
this is the
if
problem
Tyreek's
that
back
they've
there,
had
he ain't going to be
for 4
running
years.
it up the middle.
This is a problem that
Yeah,
they've had for 4 years. So if they haven't spent the offseason thinking about
they're gonna
this,
do
getting creative,
Yeah,
like
they're gonna
something's
do it.
wrong.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where you situationally, right?
Mhm.
3rd and 1 on the 1. They got that stack. Do what the Denver Broncos did with Peyton Manning, and he's
Big
never done it
handoff,
before. Just
bootleg.
whoop and have him go the outside.
Can he beat the defensive end out to the edge?
If Peyton Manning can, Tua can.
If the fake's good enough, and they're
You ever see Peyton Manning run?
You know what I do? I just RPO
I
it
get to it. I
on
get to
third. On 3rd and 4th, I just RPO it and let Tua decide.
Mm.
But
The problem is they keep
That's
not
really
running. Huh?
the defense really going to buy for a second that Tua's going to keep it. If you
No,
run
RPO in terms of run pass, and I'd let him throw.
Do y'all realize we're sitting here trying to figure out how to make his limitations work?
Stop.
I just want to make sure we clear on that. Am I wrong?
I don't see no
Listen,
limitations.
here's the thing, TD.
Okay.
He can run, but no one wants him to do it because
Correct.
we know what will happen. That's the big difference. It's not that he can't run. He
This-
can run,
This
but
is
then
true.
the man just is like, I'm not going to slide. I'm going to get this first down. And we're like, don't do that.
I want him to do it every time. You
Uh,
got you
yes.
got to go get it. You got to go get it. That's why I'm the rare person that said I appreciate what he did
I want
to go pick
him-
up that first when he got hurt.
I want him to push forward. I want him to get a QB sneak because
You got to get past it.
absolutely.
You got to get past it at some point. Like he done been hurt so much. At some point, he gonna stop being hurt. That's how I feel like it.
I'm gonna stop telling the truth about my concussions.
What happened? Stop telling the
I'm
truth.
gonna stop telling the truth about it. I know he can't lie, but I
He
was
already got paid.
Just don't say anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell y'all nothing.
And that's the thing, right? Because
I'd
people-
be in my dark house with my sunglasses on, a cold compress over my face.
You know,
But when I went to
You ever
practice,
see that big
I
thing
would
you can
act
put
like
on your
I-
head?
I would've
nothing is
agreed with
wrong
you.
me.
I would have
Huh?
agreed with you maybe two ago, but now he's had so many. You don't want. I mean, he needs to make sure somebody knows.
You would
And
have,
that's the thing.
you would have to see the weird fingers for me to
Yeah.
for me to admit that I suffered another concussion. I am lying. I am so lying.
They're like, are you all right? They're like, over here. You're like, I'm good.
But he don't need to lie. He done already got paid. I mean, what's the benefit of it? At this point.
It's gonna ruin his career. He suffers another one that's gonna ruin his career.
Yeah, and his livelihood too.
Yeah, yeah.
CT is a thing. So Gary Williams with the Fiver said, when does the team have to tell the media about players' injuries, and do they have to be specific? Asking about Darren Waller.
Next week, Wednesday.
That's
and
when
they have to indicate a body part, and it's only this practice participation.
do we know what happened to Sanders?
Hip.
Yeah, but do we know how it happened?
Pre-game warm-ups, but exactly how.
So he pulled something?
Well, he'll be out until at a minimum week 5. So he got about 5 weeks to go to jiu-jitsu.
I got so much crap because it was another situation where Mike McDaniel comes out, says, oh, he's fine, and then he's not fine.
No, hold on, the dog, and then I'm going to stick up for Mike there, He did. That's not what he said. He said Jason Sanders told me he's not concerned about it. That's what he never said. He's fine. He said Jason Sanders told him that.
Yeah, but then Mike said he should be good for week 1.
That's what Jason Sanders told him. He repeated
based on that, and then in another press conference he said Jason Sanders is a very bad doctor.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Because then he say the same thing about Alexander Madison, where he was like he should be all right, and then we find out he had neck surgery.
That's a different situation. But the Sanders one, no. Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, hold on. Mike gotta pay attention to a lot of stuff. Like, have y'all thought about how much he got to be on top of?
Yeah.
Like, let's get.
There's only so far I'll give that man excuses anymore. I'm sorry.
Omar, you don't think he gets a rundown of like injury situations after the game?
I do, but I think he does. I mean, I think he does the best. He knows we're obsessed with injuries, so he's finally starting to give us body parts. Come on, it's taken us 4 years to get those. Like, think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Frosty04 with a $5 donation says every analyst has us 3 or 4. If Mike can't show growth, we're in big trouble. He tried to play nice guy and it backfired. Feels like players don't care. We've talked about this a lot, and I know Omar's talked about this a lot. The players didn't care.
Disagree. Bring that back because I want to address every single one of those points. Totally disagree with players don't care. Mm-hmm. Mike is a nice guy. He's not going to change. And I respect the fact that he does not try to pretend he's something that he's not. Mm. I've seen many of those instances over the years of covering this team. Mike is who he is. Now, does that mean that everybody thinks that the Dolphins are a joke and a punching bag? Absolutely. But you know how you solve that? You got there, punch somebody in the face and win the games and have a good start.
For 4 years.
They've started well most seasons, right, Alan?
No, I said we've been saying that for 4 years. We're just like, come on, man. Really punch somebody in the mouth.
Well, they beat the crap out of the Denver Broncos.
They beat Buffalo Bills early in the season in 2023.
Same thing.
Omar,
the Ravens.
Ravens
beat our Baltimore Ravens. See, y'all
gotta stop pointing to the one.
Put some respect on that name.
Every year. I'm talking about
waiting.
If you playing 8 good teams, at least punch 4 of them in the mouth, man.
They lost to Kansas City and the Eagles. They didn't get a single call against the Eagles. They lost to Kansas City. Tyreek squanders how many points? At least 14. Yeah. Come on. Let's be real about it. The only team ever kicked them in the face consistently is the Titans. Like, other than that, they can play with whoever.
And that coach is in the division.
They kicked them in the face with the Titans last year, and the coach wasn't even there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Glenn with the $5 said, "What waived offensive lineman would you like to claim? Gold Miami get to hood? Miami get to backup lineman?" I was like,
the real question is, what's the budget?
The budget is unlimited. Steve Ross ain't never cried poor now. Don't do that.
Wait. You just said that he wasn't going to waive Mike Hilton because of
I didn't say you should waste his money, but if you tell him, hey, we need Trent Brown,
no.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out, okay? I know he's a mountain of a man. Yes. I know he's not in the greatest shape. Practice squad him week 1. So you don't have to guarantee the contract. Then sign him week 2. Help him get in shape. He lives down here in the offseason. This is a breaking case of emergency left tackle.
It's been in the league 7 years. What, he's going to get in shape now? Might as well sign the guy.
He's been playing well out of shape for 7 years. Like, I'm just saying, hear me out.
Well, there's a name out there, Cam Robinson.
Who?
Cam Robinson.
Yeah. I asked DJ, who covers the Panthers. He was like, he's been all right. He got beat by a rookie and beat out by a rookie. He says he can't play, he can't swing, he only plays left tackle. I'm not sure I'm trading for that. I'm interested.
Yeah, especially because $3.75 million is all you're paying.
Yeah, and they're only going to have to pay 3.7, but $3.7 million for a backup is a lot of money. But
who got beat out by a young player who's not a great player. I mean,
I agree with you. But here's my and y'all know this because I've been obsessed with this. Something happened to Patrick Paul, Keon Smith. You don't even have Liam Eichenberg right now. You don't have Liam Eichenberg because it's not going to be Larry Bourne. It's not.
I'm not sure, but if something happens to Patrick Paul, Dolphin season's over.
Yep.
I'm going to throw it out there.
I've said it. I stand on it.
I know you said it.
I stand on it.
Frosty
I stand on it.
Frosty 04 with the 5, he says, I just want winning football. Sorry, we all do. We all do as fans, and we all do as content creators, and we all do as beat writers. Trust us, we all do. He also says with a $2 donation, playoff winning to be fair. Yeah.
Even better.
I think Miami would explode if the Dolphins won a playoff game this year. You would hear it from space, the cheering.
We still wouldn't be satisfied.
They still wouldn't be satisfied.
You win a divisional game, now we talk.
Thank you.
You win a divisional because I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Even me, listen, I don't care about a wild card game where they added an extra seed and an extra game for you to get in just to get bounced. Listen, the top 4 teams is what matter on both sides of the aisle. That's what matters.
Y'all asking for too much.
It's always 1 or 2 teams that everybody know it ain't gonna matter in the playoffs. You're just lucky to be there. So I'm sorry. This team need to go to a divisional round and
I know we're pushing it, but we're asking for 1 win in 26 years, 1 playoff win.
Yeah, but that's part of why we can't accomplish that, Alan, because that's been the standard. Just a playoff win.
Listen, don't do that because you've got 2 Hall of Famers that are standing in your way. 2 first ballot Hall of Famers, not ordinary Hall of Famers.
Who?
Tom Brady and Josh Allen. And
Tom Brady gone. That's the past.
But that was 20. That accounted for 18 of your 20 years, 18 or 25 years.
We did well versus Tom Brady, the Miami Dolphins organization,
and they always
won the rest of the NFL.
Ahead of him in the division.
Yep.
You got to win the division. You got to host a game. You want to advance. You got to host a game.
You think we can win it this year?
I'm not. Listen, I always say to people, I got to see all of training camp. I've not watched all of training camp. This is not a playoff team. I'm sorry. Like I hate to bear it to you and break the news to you. This is a very fragile team. Like very fragile.
You're supposed to say that for week 13.
I can't lie to people.
I normally don't freak out till week 4, so I'm gonna wait. But the way the offense looked against the Jaguars in joint practice.
Oh, but you haven't seen the real offense.
Just beat the Colts, man. That's all I'm saying.
Our resident Buffalo Bill fan donates.
Oh my gosh, man! I'm so sick of Lino.
TV with the fiver said, "I would like for the well-established, smart, authentic Omar Kelly to ask TD why he keeps saying the Dolphins are better than the Bills when they are not." Hashtag Bills.
I'm not entertaining you, Lino.
Hey, that man is a paying customer. You need to answer the question. Answer that. Always right.
No, I already deal with him every day. I told you, everywhere I go, I got to deal with Lino talking about Omar. Oh, Omar knows ball. Omar, oh my God.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's too funny. Coach that with the fiver says, what do y'all think about the cornerback from Baltimore? Jordan Schultz was talking about being good fit Miami, and I think he's talking about Jalen Armour Davis, which would be like what?
Trying to sell him. I'm sorry.
What? That's like the 5th different Jalen we'd have on this team as well.
We do like our Jalen's,
and he's also always hurt. Then all we need is another injury prone player.
Yeah, we good. We good. We'll see what's happening on week 2 with the cornerbacks.
Frosty with another $2, and he said, by the way, love you all. We love you, Frosty.
Frosty. Yeah, that's for Frosty right here.
You're the best, Frosty. Birthday Salami dropping a 50 bomber on us. Says Dolphins have operated like a guy dating with low self-esteem. They either throw a bunch of money at the pretty girls, players that don't fit the team's identity, culture, or they go after the single mom with red flags. Sign the over the hill gang. Love you, poop.
Oh my God.
Hey, hold on. Let me screenshot this real quick. I gotta put this on Twitter.
On a
man.
with the Miami Dolphins.
Wow.
That is too funny. To a T.
Birthday salami, you hit the nail on the head.
Yep.
I got nothing. I got no rebuttal. I got nothing. Just here, I'll give you this. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I mean, sometimes you got to pay to get the pretty girl.
Yep. Especially if you look like the way the Dolphins look, you gotta pay. You gotta pay.
Your mom with red flags. Wow.
He's on my mind with a $5. He says poop is a strong king. I'm assuming is what that means.
Oh, it's an arm queen. Arm queen.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
He used to get so mad about it. It's nice to see him laughing about
Who
it.
said I'm laughing about it? You jerk.
You son of a
Yeah.
Birthday Sloppy throws a $2 donation, says, I am a true Tua hater, asking him to scramble. You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
You just want him to get hurt, don't you?
I want him to go for a 4th and 1. I didn't say I want a scrambling. Sorry. Like, no.
Just get down.
I'm trying. I want Lamar out of him. Let's go.
No.
Phil Jones with the $2 donation said Ollie and the Wildcat.
I ain't opposed to
I got to figure out who was a quarterback on this team in their early days. It might somebody I know played quarterback in high school. I just can't remember who it was. And they might be able to.
It was Cedric Wilson, Omar.
No. It's somebody on this team. Like it might be Tyreek. Like I think Tyreek might have been a high school quarterback. I'm not 100% sure.
Mm.
And he has done the passing drill. Odell Beckham was the one.
Oh, yeah.
That guy had an arm.
Yeah.
That guy had a ridiculous arm.
Uncle Ron with the $5 says, do you truly think it is possible to win a Super Bowl in the modern era with an undersized quarterback who will never be asked to sneak or run?
Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Who?
Drew Brees.
Good call.
I think so.
It's happened.
Yep.
It's not, obviously it's not what you want. It's not going to give you the better opportunity, but it is possible.
Listen, I heard
Drew Brees quarterback sneaked.
So did
Tua. Quarterback.
Quarterback snuck. No.
Today I heard
you might be right. Yeah.
Mike Tannenbaum get on his high horse on ESPN, and I like Tannenbaum just for the record. And he was talking about he's pretty much a size queen when it comes to quarterbacks, and he likes his quarterback 6'4" and all this kind of size. And he was just taking a dump on all the small quarterbacks. And it was because of the conversation about Daniel Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, now I understand why he was so adamant against Tua during the draft process and was like, Herbert is the choice, should be the choice. He is part of that Bill Parcells brain trust that they absolutely believe in their size prototypes. And
maybe that's why he was so quick to give Ryan Tannehill a contract extension, because Tannehill had a
and the funny thing is, I'm watching this and I thought to myself, and I didn't say it out loud, I didn't tweet it. I thought to myself, you married Ryan Tannehill. Like, should you really be talking about this?
What's wrong with marrying Tannehill?
DeMarc Sanchez also, if memory serves.
Y'all act like Tannehill ain't go to an AFC championship.
Yeah, it wasn't a stacked team with the best running back.
Listen, he's retired. He's enjoying his life. He's away from the scene. He's taken his $200 million and kept it pushing.
Put my jersey on now. Put my jersey back on.
I'm not going to slander Tannehill.
So Birthday Salami says with a $2 donation, Sanders was in the champagne room. Now, is he talking about Shador Sanders? Which Sanders is he talking about that was in the champagne room?
I don't talk about Shador. I'm gonna let that ride. Like, we must be talking about Jason Sanders. I am so sick of Shador Sanders talk.
He didn't have a great week 3 preseason game. We'll just say
I watched it, and it was horrible. And it is what it is.
You know, learn today. The great. With another $5.
But I will point out.
Here you go. Oh, go ahead.
Should not have been taken out the game for Tyler Huntley.
Yeah. No.
But
For the moment he lives for, but that's all right.
With the $5 donation said Warren was talking about running the ball in short
Okay,
yardage.
that's what I thought. Thank you, the great, for pointing out what I
So
thought.
yeah,
Okay.
not talking about passes or bubble screens. So the Dolphins were third in the NFL in converting with 3 wide,
Because
running it.
use then deceive the defense. They just cannot overpower defenses.
Yep. He also had a $5 donation saying, in the Wilson versus Ewers debate, Allen is right. I think we have to go with experience over potential. We've made that mistake with Skyler last year. Did we, though?
Yes, they did. Mike White had more game experience than Skyler Thompson.
Yeah, but Mike White sucks as well.
How many chances has Mike White had?
I saw him getting cut
No,
last year.
Seriously, Doug, look at his body of work with the Jets. He had like 5 starts. He had 2 of them that, or like 3 of them that actually were very good.
Never won.
That's not that. That is absolutely not true. Never won what? Never won a Super Bowl? No, you're right. He never won a Super Bowl.
Never won. I think he won like 1 game.
No, he actually won 1. I'm going to look it up.
Here he goes. While he looks that up, No B with the $5 says 43% of teams make the playoffs. It's nil. It's really not that impressive when you think about it.
I would like to be one of the 43.
Yeah, I beg to differ.
Yeah, I'd love to be one of the 43.
You got to make it. You got to get in there. Uncle Ron with the tenor said, why does the owner, Ross, hide away from the media and the fans and never expresses any sense of shame? I truly believe that if we go 7-10, that Greer, McDaniel, and Tua return in 2026. No.
The hiding away is new. He used to love us. He used to talk to us all the time. The hiding is a new thing that was triggered by Trump. When he took all that lashing.
I gotta hide my face.
Yeah, when he took that lashing for having a fundraiser for Trump. Despite, and he doesn't even like Trump. He's publicly said he doesn't like Trump, but he had a fundraiser for Trump. The hypocrisy and his team, and Kenny Stills called him out about it. We never spoke to him ever again. And we see him around, and he talks, but not on the record. He used to love talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing I'll say about Stephen Ross, and y'all, I like y'all to weigh in on this. And not just Ross, but owners who aren't football owners. Like they don't know the game through and through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what's dangerous sometimes with that. Sometimes it could take you 15 years to get down to the root cause. Like, let me say, what if your upper front office is the issue? You're going to be looking at the quarterback replacing it. Then you're going to be looking at the coach and replacing it. Then you finally want to replace the GM. Then you back to a quarterback and everybody's consulting you. And then you realize 15 years later, hey, man, y'all been approving all of these. You know, the people under him that trickles down. When you're really out of tune like that, you're relying on secondhand information without making wise decisions for yourself.
I think that Stephen Ross has had bad leadership and has not had the right people in his ear. And he's surrounded himself with a lot of good people. But like Dan Marino's there. Dan Marino could speak up. He doesn't. Nat Moore is there. Nat Moore can speak up. He doesn't.
And that's my
Tom
point.
Garfinkel is there. I think Tom Garfinkel has spoken up. I don't think he listens. Because what does Tom know about football? And you know, remember the Doug Peterson, the Carl Peterson era. I just don't think he doesn't have people that he can trust.
True.
And it's you know, I mean, and when he tries to do things like go out and get Sean Payton and Tom Brady, it blows up in his face. Or go out and get
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh, yeah, and when he tries to do things, it just blows up in his face.
Alan, how many games has he won?
Oh, sorry, his record, but again, 1 loss is not a quarterback stat. It's 2-5. He's had 2 very, very good outings, including a win against the Bengals in 2021, the year the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. Passed for 405 yards. And he had a very good game against the Bears, who sucked in the 2022. But his record as a starting quarterback, even though it's not a QB stat, is 2-5. It still has more game experience than Skylar Thompson.
NFL Myths and Legend with the $8 said, as you guys are the Fab Four of Dolphins media, which Beatle is most like each of you? Sorry, TD, you have to be Ringo.
Wow.
I'll be Paul McCartney. Blisters on my fingers.
I don't know the Beatles. So yeah, poop hard. Which Beatle am I?
Bow your head in shame. By the way, as an FYI,
He's
whenever
got the hair, he can be Lennon.
Yoko Ono.
I'm John Lennon.
Okay.
No, I do this when people do like a Mount Rushmore of things. I always use the Fab Four of things as opposed to. I prefer doing that. So, anyway.
Drop of Dimes, $6 Canadian. He said, Omar, you've covered the Finns for a while. Have you heard any rumors about what happened between Walt Aikens and Flores? A wild story.
No,
I don't know if we have time.
No, ignore this, okay? Ignore this. This happens a lot. They keep on trying to make it seem like Walt Aikens was in his office and passed gas and Flores got rid of him. That's all this is about. Just next one, okay? It's just some craziness.
I'm like, y'all gonna make me call Walt and figure out what the heck happened.
Man. I don't know where this is coming from, but there's a lot of people that actually ask. Have you heard about
Walt played his whole tenure with Flores. I mean, played the whole season with Flores, right?
Oh.
It was something that happened though late in his tenure, and I don't recall what it was. And I'm certainly going to speculate. I don't believe it had anything to do with it. You may have burped though. May not have been.
Yeah, that's it. They keep on doing this. I don't know where it came from, but did you hear that he did this in his office? And
if he farted in his office, who cares?
Right? He's a man. Deuce's Skating Rink with the $5 says, y'all aren't scared of our defense against mobile quarterbacks. I noticed in the beginning of the Jaguars game, yes, we had a good front, but we weren't. When I look at preseason stuff, I don't look at necessarily how they do, because again, it's a lot of vanilla stuff, especially on play calling and stuff. I like the way we were getting after the quarterback. Again, it was against backups, but Judon and having these speeds on the outside will hopefully contain them. But I'm always afraid of mobile quarterbacks because we've always sucked against them.
When has a mobile quarterback not carved the Dolphins up?
Exactly.
Like, I'm not scared of it. It is what it is. But
you could beat them. We've beat them. It's just
we tried so many different things. I remember the year they tried Walt Aikens shadowed Josh Allen, and I was like, it was creative and innovative.
Yeah, it didn't work.
He didn't have a single job on the field except for shadowing Josh Allen and preventing him from running.
Yeah. And you remember how Justin Fields killed the Dolphins with his running when they played in Chicago in 2022?
Yeah.
And they'll have to deal with him.
Somebody got a pick to win that game, right?
No, there was a not called defensive pass interference against the Dolphins.
Okay. The great Finns fan with the $5 says, good evening, gentlemen. In my opinion, I think Greer should have drafted cornerback like Will Johnson instead of Kenneth Grant. It's a lot tougher to find a cornerback than a DT. Well, there's a reason Will Johnson fell to the second round. So regardless, he would not have gone in the first, maybe in the second, if you want to say, Will Johnson instead of Jonah.
What was it? It was a knee or
like a degraded knee or something like that, where they were like terrified of it.
Yeah, teams.
No, that's not like we don't draft players high to have.
We do, but we draft them late. We draft them later, lower. We do, but we draft them lower.
No, we drafted Cam Smith, who had off the field stuff.
No, you draft medical risks in the 5th round. That's the only thing. Like
we draft them in the 1st round.
Who?
Come on, Omar. Seriously.
I just let it go.
You gotta give me that one, though, Omar.
I give you that one. I give you that one. I didn't think about it.
Uncle Rod with the tour said, would Tua run if he played in the lingerie ball? No.
Crazy.
We're
Chip Kincaid with the tenor said, not Yoko. TD is only Coco. Give us the emoji. The fan base deserves it. We're working on it. Wow. Finally, Calvin with the tenor says, if this year ends up being a dumpster fire, we fear is Belichick a possibility. Appreciate you guys. We love you. And the donation, me personally, no.
Yes.
Jeez, I'm trying to get through these donations.
I don't want him to be, but Belichick is desperately trying to get back in the league.
Kickback MIA with the fiver says, so the rumors that Flores used to supply Coach
What is going on here?
I know we're getting off the rails a little bit here.
Chris
what's
with
up
the
with the Florida
fiver says,
slander?
if the offensive line plays average, do we win 10 games? Specifically if Tua gives us 15. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If we get a run game going, 100%. 100%.
If the run game is going and the defense gets a lot of sacks and a lot of takeaways, and Tua doesn't get injured, and Tua throws a lot of touchdown passes, and Tyree gets
quarterback can
keep
protect.
going. I think they actually could have a good season.
Keep going.
No, I don't think it's that much. I think if they get
a lot of questions they have to answer, but yes,
not on offense.
They can win 10 games.
And then 7 other teams don't do the same thing. It's for us
if
to
they
get
stay healthy. I think if they run the ball, they'll have a winning season. If they run the ball effectively, they'll have a winning season.
It'll open up so many things.
Yeah.
So many things. But that is all we got for you guys today. We will see you guys on Friday at 7:30. I think this is the schedule for the season. Tuesdays and Fridays, 7:30 to 8:30. I think we kind of all in that ballpark. We don't really touch the Monday night, Thursday night games. So we will see you Friday, 7:30. Go check out Omar Kelly on the Miami Herald, Alan Poupart, Miami Dolphins on SI, TD Fins Talk on youtube.com/TD Fins Talk, and myself on youtube.com/Dougly Do Wrong. Also, don't forget to go check out the podcast. Other than that, we will see you guys on Friday. But like usual, we out.
Peace.